Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today I'm going to be going over an AFK method that is still working in Grand Theft Auto Online. With the release of the Chop Shop DLC, Rockstar removed the ability to go AFK within the LS car meet, in security cameras inside of your properties, and any other typical normie way of going AFK in GTA Online so that your businesses can make product, your safes can fill up, all of that good stuff. They nerfed it. But naturally, being the great guy that I am, after I started receiving comments on my videos, I decided that it was time to reveal my personal AFK money method that I've been using for over a year now. Technically, this isn't a secret because I've actually made a video on this about a year ago, and it's still working today, and it's actually really good. It literally makes me millions of dollars every single day in Grand Theft Auto Online. So anyways, without further ado, I'm going to show you how it all works. Now just quickly before we begin, if you're new to the channel, I am trying to hit 200,000 subscribers, so if you find this useful and you want more types of these videos in the future, please consider subscribing and dropping a like on the video. If we could get this video to 10,000 likes, which I know is a ton, that's more than I've probably ever got on most of my videos ever, even some of them combined, that would be absolutely amazing. Shoot for the stars, I guess. Now, just one more quick thing. Before we get into the video, the easiest way to do this involves using a controller with a wired connection or a wired charger. Now, if you don't have one of these or you play on PC, I'm sure that you can think of another way to replicate what I do here by maybe using something heavy on one of your keys or something like that. But if you play on console and you have controllers, you are more than likely going to need a cord that connects your controller to your console. PC, you can probably get away with this in some other sort of way. So to go ahead and get you guys started, you will need to go to your nightclub in Grand Theft Auto Online. This is the only location that I know of that works at this time to do this method. It's worked for me for about a year, and I don't really see a reason why it wouldn't work for you. I just tried it, as a matter of fact, on my console to make sure that this works, and I'm going to put the gameplay in the background here. Now what you're going to do is make sure that your popularity bar is maxed out by entering the nightclub in passive mode. This is going to cause the kick out troublemaker event to happen every single time, guaranteed, as long as you enter in passive mode and you haven't already done one of these events within the last 48 minutes. Now what you're going to want to do is head upstairs, clear the office safe in the nightclub so that it's empty, so that it has the full $250,000 that it is able to fill up. Now I would also recommend going to your agency and doing this with the agency safe, the arcade safe, and the new Chop Shop safe if you have all of those. Once you've done all of that, make sure you're in the nightclub, and what you're going to do is go over to the TV that is in the nightclub office, and you are going to interact with the DJ live stream, and then your screen should look something like this, with the DJ playing his music and dancing and everything like that. Now I don't play with music on, so it just kind of looks like he's having some sort of a spasm, but if you play with music on, it'll probably make a little more sense. Okay, so now this is the important part, and I am going to use imagery to demonstrate exactly what I am doing here. You're going to have to make sure the stick on your controller that you use to move the camera around is bearing some of the weight or most of the weight of your controller. Now you can do this by putting that stick rested on a book, on the side of a keyboard, a small box, a Lego piece, an AirPod case. Basically anything that is about ½ an inch to 1 inch tall. Now I am using an Xbox controller, and my view stick is raised a little bit on the controller compared to my movement stick on the controller, but I know on PlayStation they are at the same level. So what you might have to do is bring the controller over to more of the side of something and just make sure you're resting the view stick on that thing so that you are scrolling through the different scenes in this TV of the DJ. Now that's literally it. That is all it takes. You can leave now for 8 hours and come back, and 90% of the time your game will still be on. Now don't get me wrong, there can be mess ups with this, like if your controller's weight shifts or something like that. Maybe your cat or dog run into the cord that is plugged into your controller. You could get kicked because you'll technically stop scrolling through the views of the DJ. Now for those of you who are about to complain and say, "Harmon, you're gonna get this patch, I've been using this forever," I don't really think there's anything Rockstar can do about this, because for all they know, we are just watching the DJ. And like I said, I don't listen to the music. I am an I'm a visual music enjoyer. I don't know about you guys, but Rockstar Games, if you are watching this, we're not actually using this to go AFK. We are all just huge fans of the DJ. And if you did patch this, that would really break our hearts. We love watching Dixon, you know, look at him jamming out here. We need this to stay in the game. I mean, I like to see all the different scenes. It goes along with the music perfectly. Rockstar can't do anything about this because it would ruin our immersion of watching our favorite DJ play this music. So, you know, I personally, I just don't think they would do that, and they definitely shouldn't. So Rockstar, if you're watching this, come on, man, let's just go with it, man. And for those of you who are about to complain that you don't have a controller to do this with, or that you have a controller but no cord to plug it in with, you can buy super cheap ones online that will work. For example, with the new Xbox controllers, they are just USB to USB-C. You can get a USB to USB-C cord for like probably $2, and it doesn't matter if it's the worst quality ever, because this is all you're going to be doing with it. It doesn't even matter. Now, there are also going to be guys who are about to complain in the comments down below about stick drift. Now, personally, this has never been an issue for me, and I've done this for, I would say, probably about 400 hours. And stick drift will cause your controller's joystick to sway weirdly, cause your view to move around uncontrollably, basically loosen your joystick because it is in a position that is not its sort of centered position and its unweighted position, its default position. You're holding it, you know, up or down. So I can see what these guys are saying. Now, like I said, I've done this for probably 400 hours, and I've never had an issue with stick drift personally. However, that doesn't mean that it cannot happen to you, so be mindful of this and act accordingly. Now, the way I see it, you can spend $15 on a shark card and get $1 million, or you can spend $15 on a cord for a controller, or a cord and a controller for maybe, you know, $15 to $40, and make about $100 million in really not that much time. Now, the choice is yours, gentlemen. You can do whatever you want, but you can make a ton of money with this, and it is relatively easy to do. Now, keep in mind, if you pair this up with the nightclub safe, as well as the basement, the agency safe, the arcade safe, and the new chop shop safe, you can imagine how much money you can make with this method. Just be sure to check back every few hours, especially on the nightclub, because that popularity will drop fast and that safe will fill up faster and just be stuck at max capacity. And also make sure to sell the nightclub basement every 8 to 12 hours, because otherwise it will get raided by the police, and if you don't make it back in time, you're pretty much SOL. If you want to learn how to use this AFK method effectively, I just made a video on Friday talking about the best passive income businesses. And if you couple this AFK method with what I talk about in that video, you can earn about $300,000 every 48 minutes, as long as you're around a little bit and you come around your controller every maybe 2 hours sort of thing. Anyway, guys, that is it. If you enjoyed this video, a like is of course appreciated, like I said right at the start. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next one. Until then, take care. Peace.